Imagine waking up one day and realizing fear is no longer in charge. Not gone, just no longer driving. Your choices feel quieter, cleaner, strangely calm. And for the first time, your life feels like it belongs to you. Most people don't realize how many of their decisions are fear-based. They call it logic, they call it responsibility, they call it being realistic. But underneath, it's fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of regret, fear of being seen. So they stay, they delay, they shrink, not because they want to, but because safety feels like survival. Fear doesn't just protect you, it organizes you. Your routines, your relationships, your ambitions, your personality. Over time, fear becomes the invisible architect of your identity. And once that happens, you don't just fear losing safety, you fear losing yourself. So what happens when fear loosens its grip? Do you become reckless? Or do you finally become honest? Think about how many things you've almost done, almost spoken, almost left, almost started. Not because you lacked ability, but because fear whispered, "Wait." And you listened, not once, but thousands of times. Here's what nobody tells you. A fear-driven life doesn't feel dramatic. It feels normal, safe, predictable, controlled. But beneath that control, something quietly suffocates. At first, fear shapes behavior. Then it shapes personality. Eventually, it shapes destiny. You become cautious, then practical, then not the type. And one day, you look at your life and realize you didn't choose most of it. You accepted it. When fear runs your decisions, your nervous system stays permanently activated, even during rest. That's why calm feels unfamiliar. Stillness feels unsafe. Silence feels heavy. Because your system doesn't know who it is without vigilance. Here's the shift that breaks fear's control. Instead of asking, "What keeps me safe?" ask, "What expands me?" Safety preserves. Expansion transforms. And transformation requires tolerating uncertainty. When you choose expansion over safety, your nervous system begins to rewire. Threat circuits quiet. Curiosity circuits activate. You move from survival mode into growth mode. This is when clarity returns. So what happens when fear stops controlling your decisions? You don't become reckless. You become intentional. Your choices slow down. Your boundaries sharpen. Your energy stabilizes. Because fear is no longer distorting perception. When fear fades, something unfamiliar takes its place. Not confidence, not courage, responsibility. Not responsibility to expectations, but responsibility to your potential. And that changes everything. You stop asking, "What will people think?" and start asking, "What will I think of myself if I don't try?" That's the moment identity realigns. Fear kept you small, not because you were weak, but because you were protecting something precious. Now, you're strong enough to grow it. This is when life stops feeling reactive and starts feeling authored, not controlled, but chosen. And when your life becomes self-directed, one final question remains. If you're no longer surviving, what are you meant to build? Because that's where purpose begins.